Good morning, White Tigers. This is Larry Miller with White Tiger Today. As we enter the month of February, Black History Month is being celebrated and taught about all around the world. Here's Trayvon Sherman with more information.
Hello everyone, my name is Trayvon Sherman and I am here to talk about Black History Month. Black History Month is celebrated every February. In 1926, Carter G. Woodson, who is often referred to as the father of Black history, established Negro History Week. He believed that the accomplishments of African Americans have always been ignored and wanted to make sure their stories were recognized as a part of history. Over time, his vision grew, and Negro History Week expanded into a full month. Black History Month serves as a call to action for us. Some influential people include Martin Luther King Jr., who led the Civil Rights Movement, changing the course of history. He once said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." This tells us that if one part of the community suffers, it affects us all. Another significant figure was Malcolm X, who used violence to fight, unlike Martin Luther King. He once declared, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those prepared for it today." His words remind us that knowledge and learning are essential tools for the fight for freedom and equality. Another figure we acknowledge is Harriet Tubman, who is famous for her Underground Railroad. The Underground Railroad was a connection of safe houses and routes for African slaves to escape towards the north. She never lost a single slave. One quote from Harriet was, "I had reasoned this out in my mind. There was one of two things I had the right to, liberty or death. If I could not have one, I would have the other." This showed that Harriet was determined to fight for her freedom or die trying. Another famous figure, who goes by the name of Frederick Douglass, was a former slave and became an abolitionist and a writer. A quote from him was, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." This quote says to make progress, you may have to make some mistakes. Another famous Black figure is Rosa Parks, who refused to give her seat on the bus. Before her was Claudette Colvin, who did this years before Rosa but was not mentioned at the time. In Black history, we are reminded of the stories of triumph, struggle, and sacrifice. By taking the time to remember these stories, we commit ourselves to a more just and all-embracing society for everyone. Thank you for taking the time to remember and celebrate an important part of our history. This is Trayvon Sherman, signing off.
Thank you, Trayvon. Students, CTA Night was on February 6th from 4:30 to 6, where students got together to explore the different CTAE pathways TCM offers. Here is a sneak peek on that with Jessica Kirkland.
On February 6, RCTCM hosted its CTAE Night. Each CTAE pathway set up tables showing off what is included within their pathways. Let's see what the night entailed. The cyber pathway showed off robots they've made, VR headsets, drones, and even game designs they've made. They also included a poster board about work-based learning. The networking pathway gave out papers, telling students and parents all about their pathway. The Audiovisual Technology Film Pathway, or AVTF, displayed student videos. The Electronics and Energy Pathways showed off with students' projects that are in the process of being made, which included a solar-powered wind turbine, a game device, a laser emitter, and much, much more. The Culinary Pathway showed off their cooking skills by making pasta and gnocchi with pesto sauce and tomato sauce, beignets with vanilla or coffee drizzle, and other amazing foods.
Wow, so many opportunities. Thank you, Jessica. Speaking of opportunities, Class of 26 junior dues are expected to be paid by the end of February to attend prom. If you paid $30 last semester, you owe $70. Individuals who have made zero payments still owe $100. Check the TCM Junior Council Instagram to get updates on dues and more. Now, Valentine's Day is slowly approaching on February 14th. Here is Des Alexander with more of this lovely holiday.
Valentine's Day. I'm sure we all have some experience with it, whether it was getting little treats from our friends in elementary school, or friends and family giving gifts to each other every year. Or maybe there's another tradition you enjoy. Either way, we all know of it. But what really is Valentine's Day? While there are many theories, more often Valentine's Day is said to be originated from an old Roman festival, which was later turned into a Christian holiday to remember Saint Valentine, who is often said to be a martyr. Although the celebration back then isn't as bubbly and sweet as it is now, and it was actually said to be quite brutal. But since so much time has passed, it has developed into a yearly holiday where friends and families give each other gifts as a reminder of their love and care for each other. Here's some ways you can celebrate if you don't already have plans. Bake some heart-shaped cookies. Watch some romance movies. Have a cute picnic with friends. Or just remind the people in your life that you love them.
Thank you, Des. Just days away from the holiday of love is President's Day. Here's Amia Gary with information about the national holiday.
Have you ever taken a moment to think about why we celebrate President's Day? It's a day dedicated to honoring the leaders who have helped shape our nation's history. Every president has faced challenges, made important decisions, and played a role in guiding the country through different eras. Their leadership has influenced our laws, economy, and the freedoms we have today.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
President's Day is a national holiday in the U.S. that takes place on the third Monday of February. It was first created to honor George Washington's birthday on February 22nd. Later, it also became a way to recognize Abraham Lincoln, whose birthday is February 12th. Over time, it turned into a day to celebrate all U.S. presidents and their impact on the country. We celebrate President's Day to recognize the leaders who have shaped our nation. U.S. presidents have guided the country through wars, economic challenges, and important changes, making decisions that affect every American. This holiday is a time to honor their leadership, dedication, and the history of our country. Many people see President's Day as just a day off from school or work, but it's also a time to remember the important role presidents play in shaping our lives. Some states hold events like parades or educational programs, and many stores have big sales. No matter how you spend the day, it's a chance to learn more about U.S. history and the people who have led the country. Whether you take a moment to read about a past president, watch a documentary, or simply reflect on our nation's leadership, President's Day is a reminder of all the leaders who have helped build the United States. White Tigers, take this opportunity to appreciate the history behind the holiday and enjoy your long weekend. This is Amia Gary, signing out.
Thank you, Amia. Now here's the question of the day. If you could change anything about the world, what would it be? Turn and share your answer with your neighbors. Thank you for tuning in to White Tiger today. This is Larry Miller signing out.